I like geography, so it wouldn't be a stretch to make the logical conclusion that I might like flags too, which would be correct. Yeah, I like flags. That's what this video is about. Across the world, unless you live under a rock, you are familiar with the classic rectangular flag design. Every country flag in the world, with the exception of Nepal because they just had to be different, is in some form of a square or rectangular shape. But I live in America, baby, land of the free home of New Jersey, best country in the world. So why don't we look at some state flags? Okay, California looks good. Little basic, but fine. Looking good. Yeah, I think all of these states' flags look good. Yup. No discrepancies here. Wait, what is that? Oh. You might know Ohio as one of the largest states in the country, ranking as the 7th most populous state in the country, with around 11 million residents, or more famously from TikTok brain rot content.
Adrian, explain our friend group.
We are Ohio.
In Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio.
Ohio is the only state in the Union to not have a rectangular shape to its flag, instead opting for the weird angled design that just seems wrong. I don't hate the flag, and I actually think it looks pretty good, but my only question is, why? To answer this, I think we first have to look at the opposite end of this spectrum. The vast majority of flags are rectangular, but why is that? Before researching this video, I had never even contemplated this line of thinking. I just kind of went along with it like, oh yeah, of course, every flag should be a rectangle because that's just how it is. But when you look into it, it does make a lot of sense. Flags in general have been around for centuries, but it's generally accepted that widespread use of flags for nations, regions, or other purposes gained popularity in the 18th century. That is, outside of the context of military usage of flags. The flags of the world that we know today stemmed from the battle flags and war flags that militias and militaries would use dating back centuries. Battle flags were used in many contexts, but most commonly they were used to send signals to other soldiers or help create a sense of community for the soldiers of that country. If you go back and look at many of these flags from before the 18th century, they were almost always rectangular or square in shape. When it comes down to it, it was just simply much easier to produce things in an easy and understandable shape so that there could be no misunderstanding about a flag's signal. It also helps that its square shape also allowed for the flag to be quite easily displayed, making the rectangular or square shape by far the most popular form a flag could take. As time passed, flags became more popular to display, to show support or patriotism for a nation, and eventually the battle flags of the country's military slowly began to take the shape as the standard of flags around the world. So then that brings us back to Ohio. Why is it different? For its first 99 years in statehood, Ohio wouldn't officially have a flag. It wouldn't be until 1901 that a man by the name of John Eisenman would be tasked with representing the state of Ohio at the Pan American Exhibition that took place in Buffalo, New York, the same exhibition where President William McKinley would be assassinated. He would go on to design the flag in the style of what's known as a broad pennant, or specifically to Ohio, the swallowtail burgee. The triangular ends were meant to represent the hills and valleys of the state, 17 white stars to recognize Ohio's admission as the 17th state in the Union, the stripes to represent the road's waterways, and the O in the middle to represent, well, Ohio. Shortly after Ohio native McKinley's assassination, would the flag be adopted as the official state flag of Ohio, with the rights being transferred from Eisenman to the state, and the rest is history. Unfortunately, it seems that there isn't any other explanation as to why Eisenman had decided to use the swallowtail design as opposed to the rectangular shape we're all familiar with. I think it's always cool when something in such a heavily confined space decides to buck the trend and be an outlier, but unfortunately here, there's not much more of an explanation. Fringe instances like this one are always excellent examples as to why I like geography in general. Although the design is a little unconventional, at least it's unique. Well, I think that does it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, let me know, and Also, as always, if I got anything wrong, let me have it in the comments below, no holding back. Let me know if I should make more flag videos because this stuff does actually genuinely intrigue me. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.
It's a mix of this shit stirred up out in the background scene, looking like the dog got in the trash, fitting back away a nigga tryna pop in the bag, catch a microwave, I forgot it's a splash when I cash out, blackout, trapped out my dad house, Jim Carrey the DVD, I pull a mask out, lunchtime grilling, get a pack mad loud, hit a plate, run a route, I might pull a map out, I ain't jump off the porch, nigga I flew, who with the new, them 3 letters need 2, I got swine on my eyes, they get you, and my mama be sick, funeral flu, if you know, and if you knew.